St. Mary's, Tasmania. It's a town with a veggie patch in the cop shop yard. Outside the grocer, with shelves of tins and faded VHS tapes, a boy on a scooter asks, "Are you looking for Wi-Fi?" as if he's bootlegged some to sell. In the cafe, we bemoan the goat track we drove in on, the elephant pass. Swaying huge and daft, the van was elephant enough mid-slalom to have me swigging benzos. The sweet shop lady, who hand makes the fudge, the jam, the knitted toys, the doilies, says, "You're set up at the race course." It's not a question. We wonder if the tomato-tending officers will catch us rifling in the ghostly stables of the off-season. She's straight-faced. "That's where I take my walks. I saw your caravan this morning, rocking away, like a rocking horse." We buy blackberry jam and back out, found wanting. That morning it had been the cold that woke us. We turned on the gas stove for warmth, and for a little while watched our breath fill the space, like the fog inspecting the empty stables, the whole van on a low boil over the frost. This is called Self-Portrait number 27. Zenobia abdicates the queen's name given her. Though a lover once insisted she was otherworldly, translation, keep fucking me. Sleepless, she's really a case moth cocoon come loose. She might need shaking out like a rug. A puff of smoke, she stands at the stove, trying to recall how tea works. Where's the fire? What I want is to tug at the thread where the silence started. I want to know why she came to prefer closed spaces, closets, being held very tightly, her throat trusting his hand. There are acts more or less lonely and more or less tiring. She intends not to make her bed and to lie in it indefinitely. In her earliest dream, a gawky dragon sets herself alight. Our subject wakes embarrassed and stays that way. Her skin is web spun to sense intrusion. There she is again, still in the kitchen, unsure of the steps. No doubt she'll fill the kettle, but forget the rest. This one's sort of about Heath Ledger and also sort of about getting a period. It's called Taming the Shrew. And it's set in Maroochydore in 1999, if you want to take yourself out there. A girls' weekend. Just me, Mum, and Blockbuster. Probably fish and chips, surely chocolate. Maybe I mistook the word menarche for men ache. Watching Mum watch Heath Ledger croon the song that once lured her into marriage. "You're just too good to be true." She sighed. I sighed, her mirror on the motel's twin bed, and locked Heath's shit-eating grin to a sensation low in my body. A sudden peristalsis, as if my uterus had seen his face and smashed some internal bottle of cheap wine against my bow. Set sail. So many firsts might stain the linen of stopovers like these. Later I find the merest blip of ochre blood, as if the film itself was my induction to our family legacy, bleeding for men who sing for forgiveness. And just to keep on the terrible pop culture train, this last one is called Surregal del Sur. A couple of years ago, a man washed up mummified in his yacht in the Philippines from Germany. It was a bit of a weird mystery, it was a strange news case, and I thought Mulder would get right on that. So this is my fan fiction about Mulder and Scully investigating this case. On a yacht, the loose shape of a man made of salt crumbles over a desk. a map, some documents. Agents Mulder and Scully board the Sun Magic, which floated its way to Surigao del Sur under the ghosted hand of Manfred Fritz Bajorat, moneyed German explorer. Mulder says, "A fisherman found the body, out here who knows how long." Bajorat slooped solo. And Scully, exasperated, says, "But why are we here?" His posture suggests a simple heart attack. Mulder points. The crystals spread from Manfred's hand to his pen, which he has half signed a contract for a memoir with. The cabin is in disarray. Mulder says maybe someone didn't want Manfred's memories made public. Scully enacts a classic eye roll. She says, "Mulder, the conditions are perfect. Dry air desiccated the body, sea air mummified it. There's no mystery here." Mulder licks his finger, brushes it to the body's shoulder, tastes the crystals. He says. "Either way, you agree he died by assault at sea." Sorry. Scully imagines sleeping in. She slices a sample into a vial, directs the body to be readied for autopsy. Mulder pokes around the cabin, one hand latex gloved. Scully half smiles at the salt already in his blood, and worries about the salt caking in hers. Thank you.